Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 26th of May. For some, it's already the 27th of May. Today here is a Wednesday. And of course, in Australia and New Zealand, we're moving into Thursday. So today we have had, actually, it's already passed, I believe, the full moon, total, super moon, blood moon, lunar eclipse. And lunar eclipses are sort of superpowered full moons. Superpowered because they are aligned with the nodes of the moon, which is our evolutionary edge, our evolutionary sort of pathway. What is it that we are here to learn? What is it that we are here to release? What is it that we're here to access? What realizations are we here to have? Now, as I was looking at the chart, I've done a number of videos. I did a specific chart for this eclipse, if you want to check that out. I did that yesterday. I can put the link below. But besides that, it's as if all the other planets are sort of preparing or in the process of something. And so you can't just take these eclipses via what's going on with the sun and the moon, although that's very important. There are other things happening. It's almost as if you take a picture of a dance floor and the sun and the moon are they're the bride and the groom, right? And they're doing the dance and everybody's focused on them. But if you look at the picture, people all around are also dancing. Some are dancing harmoniously, some are dancing goofily. Some people are having an argument in the corner. Other people are hugging it out in the corner. So that's what this sort of reminds me of. So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, Uranus and Saturn. Saturn just moved retrograde. I think it was last week. It stationed retrograde. Now it is starting to move back. It's going to be going over not all of its journey through Aquarius, but some of it, to review and to look over and to revise. Saturn and Aquarius. Saturn is about structure. Aquarius is about sort of a collectivity. We're all in this together kind of thing, raising all boats. It is the sign associated with humanitarianism. And so there's going to be a review about humanitarianism and how we help other people who need help. And perhaps how we help people who don't necessarily need help in the way that we help them. I guess that's what I want to say. But we have a Saturn-Uranus square in the sky. It's been there all year. It was exact in February. It's going to be exact again in June. And then it's going to be exact again at the end of the year. Uranus is in Taurus. Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is actually, their relationship is that crisis in action relationship, that first quarter square. And what's going to happen is Saturn is going to back into it and perhaps make things a little more intense. It's going to make the square. Then it's going to back up and go into a crescent phase to Uranus, which is a time of planning. It's more of a replan. And then once Uranus goes direct again, once Saturn goes direct again, then it will go over that point again and go back into that first quarter square. So a lot of activity there. And of course, Uranus is breaking free, breaking from the known, and Saturn is the known. So this is a very powerful time to really shift those things that we never thought would change, So that's going on along with this eclipse. The other thing that's happening is Neptune is making a supportive trine to Mars. Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Cancer. And so there's a flow of energy. Now, that can be taking action on your beliefs, that can be taking actions on your delusions, but it's also taking actions for healing, So there's a lot of healing energy. We are being bombarded with energy from spirit to help us to move through this time, and actually do some profound healing. The planets Mercury and Venus, the two inner planets in that they sit between the Earth and the Sun, are conjoined in Gemini. And they will be making a tighter conjunction, I believe. Yes, they're going to be making they're going to actually be making a conjunction soon in the next couple of days in Gemini. And Gemini is about talking about it. It's about communicating. And so it's time for diplomacy. It's time to communicate. It's time to look at both sides of an issue instead of just one. Both sides of an issue has to be heard, right? And the more that we do that, the more we come to understand what's at stake, what's been going on, what are the facts on the ground. Not what we believe to be true, but what is actually there. And then Mars is at about 21 degrees of Cancer. Pluto is at this time, I think, 26 degrees of Capricorn, meaning that Mars is about ready to make its annual, it happens every other year, opposition to Pluto. And so this is an illumination. This is like its own full moon. It has the energy of the full moon. Something is revealed. And so this is part of the synodic cycle between between Pluto and Mars. It's the halfway point. So a lot of this cycle, right? A lot of this cycle was spent with Mars retrograde in Aries, right? Back in 2020, for like 6 months, Mars was in Aries. Part of that time, it was retrograde. The first time since the 1980s. So there's a lot of things at stake. That we're at this sort of tipping point where we can really, really make a change. Profound change that is going to make a difference in people's lives, both individually and collectively. And so let's take the time to talk to one another. Let's take the time to understand one another. Let's take the time to open up to the healing that is necessary and a willingness to let go of things that hold us back from being more whole, being more unique, being more authentically who we are. Who are we? We are spirit having a human experience. We are humans imbibed with spirit. Let's open our arms. The Jupiter right now is in Pisces. It just moved into Pisces, as if it is giving us a taste. And Jupiter is very comfortable in Pisces. Jupiter was the classical ruler of Pisces before Neptune was discovered. So Jupiter really, really likes being in Pisces. And it gives us access to spirit. It gives us access to the oneness. It gives us access to divinity. It is square this, Jupiter is square the nodes. Well, not the nodes. Jupiter is square the full moon, the sun and the moon. And so it is bringing us to a crossroads where we get to choose. And I would say choose love, choose compassion in all things. All right, guys, so that's what's at stake. This is this full moon lunar eclipse. And in 2 weeks, on the 10th of June, we're going to be having a new moon solar eclipse. And that is an opportunity to start anew, to start afresh. We're in very powerful, potent, transformational times. On a certain level, as I see it, we have been through hell. Some people have been through more hell than others. But this is an opportunity for us to release the need to be in hell, to release the need to be a victim, and to rise up into our magnificence. We are co-creative with Spirit, and our greatest power, the greatest power that we possess, is love. And anything that is outside of love is false. It is not true power. It is temporal. It is what we, imagine it to be, but it's not really true power. And I think, if I may just insert this, when the mighty fall comes for the 45th, this all-powerful and mighty Oz, when Toto pulls the curtain away, perhaps more people will realize that it has more to do with how much love you have in your heart than how much money you say you have in your coffers, or how much money you actually have in your coffers. It's time to use it for the good. Have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe. Much love to you all. I love you all. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Like and subscribe these. I really feel like I have some good things that need to be heard. And unfortunately, the algorithms don't work in my favor because I don't do a lot of spectacular and, I don't do clickbait. I just talk to you guys. So I guess who's supposed to hear it is going to hear it. But it would be nice if I made a little bit more money doing it. Honesty, right? All right, guys, take care. Much love.